Ah, finally, a vacation day. The wife and kids are visiting grandma. Some free time to myself. God, Jesus Christ, my back. What to do? Ah, yes. What a perfect day to beat a game that I never could as a kid. To the game room. Alright, let's see, which one? Yeah, maybe next year. I think I'll pass on that one. Let's see here, oh yes, Maximum Carnage. The comic book inspired beat 'em up game that made me rage quit 100 times. I think I can do it. Yeah, what the hell. Let's finally beat this game. Oh, what's that? You've never beaten this game before? Shit, man. Join the club, bro. If you grew up playing this game or stumbled upon this bad boy on your EverDrive, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This game is borderline impossible. All jokes aside, if you've beaten this game before, that is a serious feather in your cap, and you should be proud of yourself. Now look, just because I'm focusing on this game's difficulty doesn't mean I think it's a bad game. In fact, I think it's actually pretty solid. And honestly, the more I play it, the more I seem to love it. It's like cigarettes. The first time trying it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but after 100 times, you're itching for that oh so sweet, delicious cancerous drag. But unlike cigarettes, I just can't seem to quit this game. Something about it keeps pulling me back in no matter how frustrated I get. Like when I'm mad at my wife but she's wearing leggings in the kitchen.
Just do me a favor, if you see dirty bottles in the sink, can you please just take the initiative and wash them? It doesn't take long, it helps me out a lot. Are you paying attention to me?
And the more I play it, the more I learn that there's actually a ton of hidden secrets in this game that makes it a lot easier to progress further, which I'll explain later. Yes, this is a fantastic example of an easy to learn but hard to master video game. I mean, after all, it is a 90s beat 'em up game, right? Released in the fall of 1994 for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, Maximum Carnage is one of the first video games to be directly based on a comic book story. As you can see by these awesome cutscenes here, the game features artwork taken directly from the comics and used for the game's plot. I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty ambitious for a 16-bit game. Being a fan of the Spider-Man comics and especially the 1994 animated series, which is awesome, I thoroughly enjoy these cutscenes. As you're probably aware, many people recognize this game by its notorious red color cartridge, which were the first prints for the game for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. The later prints came in standard color cartridges, which is what I have. Thanks, Blockbuster. Now, of course, we can't talk about this game without mentioning its kick-ass soundtrack. Back in the day, I thought Green Jelly was a game developer or some publisher, as you can see by the intro screen here. Turns out, they're the band responsible for the intro song of this game, which is a 16-bit version of their song Carnage Rules. Fitting, right? Now in terms of gameplay, everything is smooth and responsive. Spider-Man has his standard punches and kicks, but the thing that makes this game stand out is that you actually feel like you're playing as Spider-Man. Well, minus the fact that these average human street thugs magically have the autonomy to kick Spider-Man's ass. But anyway, you can climb walls to explore, look for secrets, or just wait to jump down and attack a group of enemies. Web slinging yourself out of danger, block attacks with your Captain America-like web shield, webbing your enemies towards you, or even slam them together like in Batman Returns. This game deserves more respect. I mean, come on, you can't do this stuff in your standard 16-bit beat-em-up game? Yes, that's right folks, this is a good 16-bit Spider-Man game. And speaking of this game deserving more respect, Jesus Christ, you get to play as Venom in this game. Yes, that's right, Venom is the secondary character. I can't even tell you how excited I was when he showed up as an option during the character select stage a few levels in. But I gotta be honest though, controlling Venom feels a little stiff. and as time went on, I finally accepted the fact that I enjoyed playing as Spider-Man more. Of course, with the secondary character came branching paths that gave you different orders of levels, which added decent replay value. Now, before you jump down my throat like Dirk Diggler all coked up, I know, the difficulty. This is hands down the game's biggest drawback, the game's biggest complaint, and trust me, I'm on board with you. But here's the thing, there's ways around the difficulty. Growing up as a kid, I found this game to be impossible. How the hell am I able to beat this game with only 3 lives and a couple continues? This is bullshit. The game's biggest flaw, in my opinion, is the fact that Spider-Man and Venom will sometimes automatically grab onto an enemy, like right here, leaving themselves open for an attack by surrounding enemies. Learning to avoid this automatic grab is definitely a steep learning curve, but it's necessary to master in order to be more effective and not get your ass kicked so easily. But what about the low level of lives given to you? But wait! Did you know that there's actually secret rooms that contain extra lives and dirty pairs of Mary Jane Watson's panties to boost your health? No joke, I had no idea that these secret rooms existed as a kid.
You dumb bastard.
During the wall climbing stage in the beginning of the game, everyone and their mother would start climbing, right? I mean, it literally says, climb, let's go. And when the level starts, the arrow is pointing up. So obviously your first instinct is to follow the arrow, right? Wrong. You're supposed to walk over here, all the way to the right, while avoiding Shriek's lightning, and get this, jump through this goddamn window right here. But wait, just wait, it's gonna take you at least 15 tries just to get it right, and then, only then, will you be granted access to the secret room. Oh, how did I ever not know this as a kid? Stupid me. Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Only people who knew about this back in the day were the people who found this by being bored and dicking around on a level. Of course, now we have playthroughs on YouTube, and now everyone knows where these rooms are, but back in the day, no one knew this shit. But that's the key to this game's success, my man. Finding all these secret areas that contain those extra lives, building up your skills, and memorizing the boss's patterns to progress further into the game. I'm telling you, once you learn the location of these secret areas, the game becomes a lot more enjoyable and everything else is cream cheese. Now, if you look at the reviews on Wikipedia, it says, the game received mixed reviews upon release, but in later years, reviews have been more positive and it's regarded as one of the better Spider-Man games of the 16-bit era. Yeah, you want to know why? Because of YouTube playthroughs and learning the locations of these secret areas. Typical old-school video game cryptic bullshit. Overall, this game is tough as nails, but not impossible to beat. I used to have very mixed opinions about this game as a kid, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate its difficulty and embrace the challenge. I wouldn't really call this game a masterpiece by any means, but it's definitely a misunderstood 16-bit gem and a solid entry in the Spider-Man video game library. If you've never played this game before, definitely give it a chance. And if you're like me and had mixed feelings about this game back in the 90s, well, time heals all wounds, my man. Put this sucker back into your Genesis or your Super Nintendo and give it another go. You won't be disappointed.